Question 1. What action should you take when you see this road sign ahead? A. Slow down and proceed. B. Stop completely at the line. C. Give way if traffic is present. D. Prepare to merge left. Answers is B. Stop completely at the line. This sign means stop. You must stop behind the solid white line on the road. Only proceed when it is safe to do so, giving priority to traffic on the main road. Question 2. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway hard shoulder? A. Stand in front of your vehicle. B. Use an emergency telephone. C. Attempt to repair it quickly. D. Wait inside your vehicle. Answers is B. Use an emergency telephone. If you break down on the hard shoulder, you should switch on your hazard warning lights, get out of the vehicle on the left side, and use the nearest emergency telephone to call for help. Stand well clear of the carriageway. Question 3. What does this road sign warn drivers about? A. End of speed limit. B. No overtaking zone. C. One-way traffic ahead. D. Dual carriageway begins. Answers is B. No overtaking zone. This sign indicates a no overtaking zone. Drivers must not overtake other motor vehicles with more than 2 wheels during the section of road where this restriction applies. Question 4. When are you allowed to use the horn in a built-up area at night? A. To greet a friend. B. When another vehicle poses a danger. C. To signal your arrival. D. When you are stuck in traffic. Answers is B. When another vehicle poses a danger. The highway code states that you must not use your horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7:00 am, except when another road user poses a danger, and you need to warn them. Question 5. What does this road sign indicate at a junction? A. Sharp turn right. B. Roundabout ahead. C. Give way to buses. D. Motorway exit. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This sign warns drivers that they are approaching a roundabout. Drivers should prepare to give way to traffic already on the roundabout, typically from the right. Question 6. What should you do if you accidentally take the wrong exit on a motorway? A. Reverse to the correct exit. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn on the hard shoulder. D. Stop and ask for directions. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. It is illegal and extremely dangerous to reverse or make a U-turn on a motorway. You must continue to the next exit and find an alternative route back to your destination. Question 7. What does this warning sign indicate to drivers? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Cycle lane begins. D. School entrance. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers of a pedestrian crossing ahead. You should be prepared to slow down or stop if pedestrians are crossing or waiting to cross. Question 8. What is the primary purpose of braking systems ABS? A. To shorten braking distance. B. To maintain steering control. C. To increase tire grip. D. To prevent tire wear. Answers is B. To maintain steering control. ABS helps prevent the wheels from locking up during heavy braking, allowing the driver to maintain steering control and potentially avoid skidding, especially in emergency situations. Question 9. What does this mandatory sign instruct drivers to do? A. Turn right ahead. B. Proceed straight only. C. Give way to oncoming. D. Minimum speed 30. Answers is B. Proceed straight only. This sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead only. It is a mandatory instruction, meaning you cannot turn left or right at the junction or point where it is displayed. Question 10. When would you typically use dipped headlights during the day? A. To signal to other drivers. B. When visibility is poor. C. Always for safety. D. On motorways only. Answers is B. When visibility is poor. You should use dipped headlights during the day when visibility is seriously, for example, due to heavy rain, fog, or snow, or to help other road users see you. Question 11. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying dangerous goods? A. Entry allowed. B. No entry for them. C. Specific lane use. D. Hazard zone ahead. Answers is B. No entry for them. This prohibitory sign means no entry for vehicles carrying dangerous goods. These vehicles must find an alternative route as they are not permitted beyond this point. Question 12. What is the primary danger when driving in strong crosswinds? A. Visibility. B. Being blown off course. C. Engine overheating. D. Increased braking distance. Answers is B. Being blown off course. Strong crosswinds can cause your vehicle to swerve unexpectedly, especially if you are driving a vehicle or emerging from a sheltered area. You should grip the steering wheel firmly. Question 13. What does this warning sign indicate to road users? A. Speed hump ahead. B. Uneven road surface. C. Rough track for. D. Gravel road starts. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead. You should reduce your speed and drive with caution to maintain control of your vehicle and avoid damage. Question 14. Why is it important to check tire pressures regularly? A. To improve acceleration. B. For safety and fuel economy. C. To reduce noise levels. D. To prolong engine life. Answers is B. For safety and fuel economy. Correct tire pressures are crucial for safe handling, efficient braking, and optimal grip. Incorrect pressures also lead to increased fuel consumption and uneven tire wear. Question 15. What does this sign typically indicate regarding parking? A. Parking for residents. B. No parking at any time. C. Permit holders only. D. Short-term parking. Answers is B. No parking at any time. This prohibitory sign indicates no parking. This means you are not allowed to park your vehicle at any time on the side of the road where the sign is displayed. Question 16. What should you do before making a U-turn? A. Flash your headlights. B. Check all around for traffic. C. Signal right then left. D. Speed up to clear the road. Answers is B. Check all around for traffic. Before performing a U-turn, you must check all around to ensure it is safe and legal. Ensure there is enough space and visibility, and give appropriate signals. Question 17. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. No cycling allowed. B. Cycle track only. C. Shared path with bikes. D. Beware of cyclists. Answers is B, cycle track only. This mandatory sign indicates a cycle track. It means that the path or lane is specifically for cyclists and other vehicles are prohibited from using it. Question 18. What is the typical speed limit for cars on a dual carriageway in the A 50, B 70, C 60, D 40? Answers is B 70. The national speed limit for cars on dual carriageways and motorways in the is 70-112, unless otherwise stated by signs. Question 19. What does this road sign indicate about traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic, B. One-way street, C. End of priority road, D. Lane ends ahead. Answers is B. One-way street. This information sign indicates a one-way road. Vehicles must only travel in the direction by the arrow, and no opposing traffic should be encountered. Question 20. Why should you avoid harsh braking and acceleration? A. To improve engine power, B. To save fuel and reduce wear, C. To confuse other drivers, D. To speed up your journey. Answers is B. To save fuel and reduce wear. Smooth driving, avoiding harsh acceleration and braking, helps to improve fuel economy, reduce wear and tear on your vehicle's components like brakes and tires, and makes for a more comfortable journey. Question 21. What does this sign warn about when approaching a junction? A. Major road ahead, B. Junction with minor road, C. Roundabout ahead, D. Traffic lights ahead. Answers is B. Junction with minor road. This warning sign indicates a junction with a minor road ahead. It advises drivers to be aware of potential traffic merging from the side road. Question 22. What is the legal requirement for wearing A in a car? A. Only on motorways, B. All occupants must wear one, C. Only the driver and front passenger, D. Not required for short journeys. Answers is B. All occupants must wear one. In the, it is a legal requirement for all occupants of a vehicle, whether in the front or rear seats, to wear A provided one is fitted and available. Question 23. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Recommended speed, B. Maximum speed limit, C. Minimum speed limit, D. End of restriction. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50, or depending on context, but typically in theory test and less. Drivers must not exceed this speed. Question 24. When are you permitted to overtake on the left? A. Never, it's illegal, B. In slow-moving traffic queues, C. On dual carriageways only, D. If the vehicle ahead is turning right. Answers is B. In slow-moving traffic queues. You can generally only overtake on the left in the if traffic is moving slowly in queues, and the lane to your right is moving slower or stopped, or if you are turning left yourself, and the vehicle ahead is going straight or turning right. Question 25. What does this road sign signify about the road condition? A. Loose gravel ahead, B. Slippery road surface, C. Road closed due to ice, D. New tarmac laid. Answers is B. Slippery road surface. This warning sign indicates a slippery road ahead. Drivers should exercise extra caution, reduce speed, and be prepared for grip, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 26. What should you do if you encounter a red traffic light at a junction? A. Drive through quickly. B. Stop behind the stop line. C. Proceed if no other traffic. D. Edge forward slowly. Answers is B. Stop behind the stop line. A red traffic light means stop. You must stop behind the white stop line and wait for the light to change to green before proceeding, ensuring the junction is clear. Question 27. What does this sign indicate for pedestrians? A. No pedestrians. B. Pedestrian track only. C. Shared path with cycles. D. Pedestrians cross here. Answers is B. Pedestrian track only. This mandatory sign indicates a pedestrian track. This path or area is for pedestrians only, meaning vehicles and cyclists are generally prohibited from using it. Question 28. What is the purpose of reflective studs on a motorway? A. To measure speed. B. To mark lanes and edges. C. To warn of hazards. D. To heat the road surface. Answers is B. To mark lanes and edges. Reflective studs cat's eyes are used to mark lane divisions and the edges of the carriageway, especially in poor visibility or at night, improving road guidance for drivers. Question 29. What does this road sign indicate about traffic direction? A. Turn left ahead. B. Turn right only. C. Straight or right. D. No U-turn allowed. Answers is B. Turn right only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn right at the junction or point where it is displayed. It prohibits going straight or turning left. Question 30. What should you do if you see a give way sign at a junction? A. Stop completely. B. Give way to traffic on main road. C. Speed up to clear the junction. D. Flash your headlights. Answers is B. Give way to traffic on main road. A give way sign means you must give way to traffic on the main road, stopping if necessary before proceeding. You do not have to stop if the way is clear. Question 31. What does this sign mean for upcoming road conditions? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Bridge ahead. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent ahead. You should be prepared to change to a lower gear to maintain power and control, especially if driving a heavy vehicle. Question 32. How often should you have your vehicle's brakes checked by a mechanic? A. Every 5 years. B. According to manufacturer or if issues. C. Only when the mow is due. D. Never unless they fail. Answers is B. According to manufacturer or if issues. Brakes are critical for safety. You should follow your vehicle manufacturer's service schedule. More importantly, if you notice any issues like performance, noise, or pulling to one side, get them checked immediately. Question 33. What does this sign indicate regarding road priority? A. Give way ahead. B. You have priority. C. End of priority. D. Stop for oncoming. Answers is B. You have priority. This priority sign means priority road. It indicates that you have priority over traffic from minor roads joining the main road at subsequent junctions until an end of priority road sign is seen. Question 34. Why should you use the routine? A. To impress examiners. B. To ensure safe actions. C. To save fuel, D. To speed up driving. Answers is B. To ensure safe actions. The routine ensures you constantly assess your surroundings, communicate your intentions, and then execute your actions safely, preventing sudden movements that could endanger others. Question 35. What does this sign typically indicate about entry? A. Entry permitted. B. Do not enter. C. No U-turn. D. Exit only. Answers is B. Do not enter. This prohibitory sign, no entry or do not enter, means that no vehicles are allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. It is usually found at the exit of a one-way street. Question 36. What is the maximum speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a single carriageway road in the A. 70, B. 50, C. 60, D. 30? Answers is B. 50. For cars towing a caravan or trailer, the national speed limit on single carriageway roads is 50-80, and on dual carriageways and motorways, it is 60-96. Question 37. What does this sign indicate at a railway crossing? A. No railway ahead. B. Railway crossing. C. Railway. D. Level crossing with gates. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to stop if a train is approaching and obey any signals or barriers. Question 38. When should you check your mirrors before signaling? A. Only before changing lanes. B. Before any change in direction. C. After checking your blind spot. D. When you hear a siren. Answers is B. Before any change in direction. You should check your mirrors before signaling to ensure it is safe to make the intended maneuver and that signaling will not confuse or endanger other road users. This is part of the routine. Question 39. What does this sign instruct about turning? A. Right turn compulsory. B. No right turn. C. No left turn. D. Sharp bend right. Answers is B. No right turn. This prohibitory sign means no right turn. Drivers are not permitted to turn right at the junction or point where the sign is displayed and must choose an alternative direction. Question 40. What is a safe following distance in good, dry conditions? A. 1 car length. B. A gap. C. Half a second gap. D. 3 car lengths. Answers is B. A gap. In good, dry conditions, you should leave at least a gap between your vehicle and the one in front. In wet conditions, this should be at least doubled to 4 seconds. Question 41. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Dual carriageway. B. Road narrows from both sides. C. Overtaking prohibited. D. New lane begins. Answers is B. Road narrows from both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road narrows on both sides ahead. Drivers should be cautious, reduce speed, and be prepared for potential merging traffic or space. Question 42. Who is responsible for ensuring children were in a car? A. The children themselves. B. The driver. C. The front passenger. D. No one. It's optional. Answers is B. The driver. The driver is legally responsible for ensuring that all passengers under the age of 14 wear appropriate or child restraints, where fitted and available. Question 43. What does this sign mean for upcoming traffic? A. Roundabout ahead. B. Traffic lights ahead. C. Level crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Traffic lights ahead. This warning sign indicates traffic lights ahead. Drivers should anticipate potential stops and prepare to adjust their speed accordingly to avoid sudden braking. Question 44. Why should you switch off your rear fog lights when visibility improves? A. To save battery. B. To avoid dazzling others. C. They are only for front. D. It's illegal to keep on. Answers is B. To avoid dazzling others. Rear fog lights are very bright and can dazzle or obscure your brake lights from other drivers if visibility is good. You should switch them off as soon as visibility improves to avoid confusing or annoying other road users. Question 45. What does this information sign indicate to drivers? A. City center access. B. Motorway begins. C. End of speed limit. D. Dual carriageway. Answers is B. Motorway begins. This information sign indicates the beginning of a motorway. Drivers should be aware of motorway rules, which include higher speed limits and restrictions on certain vehicle types. Question 46. What should you do if you are dazzled by the headlights of an oncoming vehicle at night? A. Flash your high beams. B. Slow down or stop. C. Look directly at the lights. D. Close your eyes briefly. Answers is B. Slow down or stop. If dazzled, slow down or stop if necessary. Avoid looking directly at the lights instead. Look slightly to the left edge of the road, using the white line as a guide until the vehicle passes. Question 47. What does this sign indicate for goods vehicles? A. Goods vehicles only. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Max speed for. D. Goods vehicle parking. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates no overtaking for goods vehicles. It restricts goods vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles on that section of the road. Question 48. What should you do if you hear an emergency vehicle siren behind you? A. Speed up to get out of the way. B. Pull over safely when able. C. Stop immediately in the lane. D. Ignore if not on your side. Answers is B. Pull over safely when able. You should look and listen carefully. Then, if appropriate, pull over to the side of the road safely to allow the emergency vehicle to pass. Do not endanger yourself or others. Question 49. What does this mandatory sign instruct? A. Turn right only. B. Straight or left turn. C. No entry. D. End of one way. Answers is B. Straight or left turn. This sign indicates that drivers can either proceed straight or turn left. It provides specific directions for movement at an intersection or ahead on the road. Question 50. What is the primary risk of driving with worn shock absorbers? A. Increased fuel use. B. Control and braking. C. Engine failure. D. Flat tires. Answers is B. Control and braking. Worn shock absorbers reduce the effectiveness of your suspension, leading to steering, braking efficiency, and less control over the vehicle, especially on uneven roads or when cornering. Question 51. What does this sign warn about an upcoming bend? A. Bend left. B. Dangerous curve right. C. Series of curves. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is B. Dangerous curve right. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and prepare to navigate the bend safely. Question 52. When is it acceptable to use the central reservation on a dual carriageway? A. To make a U-turn. B. Never. It's for. C. To park and rest. D. To pick up passengers. Answers is B. Never. It's for. The central reservation on a dual carriageway is primarily for separating traffic flows. It should not be used for turning, parking, or stopping, except in extreme. It's not a regular driving area. Question 53. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Give way. D. Wait here. Answers is B. No stopping. This sign means no stopping. You must not stop your vehicle for any reason on this section of the road, even momentarily, unless traffic conditions require it or you are instructed to do so by a police officer. Question 54. What is the main reason for looking well ahead when driving? A. To anticipate speed traps. B. To anticipate hazards early. C. To avoid boredom. D. To enjoy the scenery. Answers is B. To anticipate hazards early. Looking well ahead allows you to identify potential hazards, anticipate changes in traffic flow, and react to situations in advance, giving you more time to plan your actions and drive safely. Question 55. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Pass left only. B. Pass obstacle on right. C. No entry ahead. D. Road ends. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on right. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers must pass obstacle on the right. It directs traffic around a central island or obstruction by keeping to its right side. Question 56. What should you do if you're involved in a minor collision with no? A. Leave the scene quickly. B. Exchange details with others. C. Call the police immediately. D. Admit fault to save time. Answers is B. Exchange details with others. If no one is injured, you should stop. Exchange names, addresses, and vehicle registration details with other parties involved. You must also provide insurance details if asked. Question 57. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. Steep hill climb. B. Embankment or quayside. C. Tunnel entrance. D. Bridge with weight limit. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside. This warning sign indicates embankment or quayside ahead. You should be careful, especially in poor visibility, as there may be a risk of driving into water or off a drop. Question 58. What is the main advantage of a vehicle? A. Faster acceleration. B. Improved grip on slippery surfaces. C. Better fuel economy. D. Shorter braking distance. Answers is B. Improved grip on slippery surfaces. Drive systems provide power to all four wheels, which significantly improves traction and grip on slippery or uneven surfaces like snow, ice, mud, or gravel, enhancing stability and control. Question 59. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Oncoming traffic has priority. B. You have priority over oncoming. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. Narrow bridge ahead. Answers is B. You have priority over oncoming. This priority sign means priority over oncoming traffic. You have the right of way over vehicles coming from the opposite direction on a narrow section of road or bridge. Question 60. What is the purpose of a MO test in the A. To check engine performance, B. To ensure vehicle roadworthiness, C. To assess driver competence, D. To calculate vehicle tax? Answers is B. To ensure vehicle roadworthiness. The MO Ministry of Transport test is an annual inspection of vehicles over 3 years old to ensure they meet minimum road safety and environmental standards. It does not cover the engine's mechanical condition. Question 61. What does this sign indicate about road users? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Children likely ahead. C. School zone begins. D. Playground nearby. Answers is B. Children likely ahead. This warning sign means children and indicates that there may be children playing or crossing the road, particularly near schools or playgrounds. You should slow down and be extremely vigilant. Question 62. How can you reduce the risk of skidding on wet roads? A. Accelerate quickly. B. Drive smoothly and reduce speed. C. Brake sharply into corners. D. Increase tire pressure. Answers is B. Drive smoothly and reduce speed. To reduce the risk of skidding, drive smoothly with gentle acceleration, braking and steering. Reduce your speed, especially when approaching bends, and increase your following distance. Question 63. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Turn left only. B. No left turn. C. Right turn permitted. D. Left bend ahead. Answers is B. No left turn. This prohibitory sign means no left turn. Drivers are prohibited from turning left at the junction or point where this sign is displayed and must take an alternative route. Question 64. What is the correct action if you are involved in a collision and someone is injured? A. Drive to the nearest hospital. B. Call emergency services immediately. C. Move the injured person. D. Wait for other drivers to help. Answers is B. Call emergency services immediately. If someone is injured, you must stop immediately. Call 999 for emergency services, police, ambulance. Do not move the injured person unless they are in immediate danger, and provide first aid if you are trained. Question 65. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Maximum speed. B. Minimum speed 50. C. Recommended speed. D. No entry above 50. Answers is B. Minimum speed 50. This mandatory sign indicates a minimum speed limit of 50. Drivers must maintain a speed of at least 50 or unless conditions make it unsafe to do so. Question 66. Why is it dangerous to drive with a heavily loaded roof rack? A. It damages the roof. B. It affects stability and handling. C. It uses more fuel. D. It blocks rear view. Answers is B. It affects stability and handling. A heavily loaded roof rack raises the vehicle's center of gravity, significantly affecting its stability, handling and braking characteristics, especially when cornering or in crosswinds. It can also increase fuel consumption. Question 67. What does this warning sign indicate about animals? A. Farm animals ahead. B. Wild animals likely. C. Zoo entrance. D. Pet walking area. Answers is B. Wild animals likely. This warning sign means wild may be on or crossing the road. Drivers should be particularly alert, especially at dawn and dusk, and be prepared to slow down or stop suddenly. Question 68. What does a broken white line on the side of the road mean? A. No parking. B. Parking restrictions apply. C. Emergency stopping only. D. Clear way ahead. Answers is B. Parking restrictions apply. A broken white line at the side of the road indicates that parking restrictions apply. You will need to check nearby signs for the specific hours and types of restrictions in place. Question 69. What does this sign instruct about the direction of travel? A. Turn right ahead. B. Turn left only. C. No left turn allowed. D. Left bend ahead. Answers is B. Turn left only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn left at the junction or point where it is displayed. It prohibits going straight or turning right. Question 70. What should you do if you accidentally drive into a system? A. Reverse to the start. B. Follow signs and lane markings. C. Stop and wait for help. D. Try to switch lanes. Answers is B. Follow signs and lane markings. Systems direct traffic against its normal flow during roadworks. If you find yourself in one, you must carefully follow the temporary signs, lane markings, and speed limits. Do not attempt to reverse or change lanes against the flow. Question 71. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Road narrows. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Steep descent. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead. You should select A. Lower gear to use engine braking, which helps control your speed and prevents your brakes from overheating. Question 72. Why is it important to check your blind spots before changing lanes? A. To see if traffic is slowing. B. To spot hidden vehicles or cyclists. C. To check your indicators. D. To make sure your mirrors work. Answers is B. To spot hidden vehicles or cyclists. Do not show all areas around your vehicle. A quick head check blind spot check before changing lanes or merging ensures no vehicles, motorcycles, or cyclists are hidden from your view, preventing collisions. Question 73. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. Two-way traffic. D. Narrow road ahead. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This priority sign means priority over oncoming traffic. Is or opposite traffic has priority. You must give way to vehicles approaching from the opposite direction on a narrow section of road or bridge. Question 74. What is the first thing you should do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Ease off the accelerator. C. Steer sharply into the skid. D. Switch to a lower gear. Answers is B. Ease off the accelerator. If your vehicle starts to aquaplane, tires lose contact with the road due to water, ease gently off the accelerator and hold the steering wheel straight. Do not brake or steer sharply until you regain grip. Question 75. What does this sign indicate about roadworks? A. Temporary road closure. B. Roadworks ahead. C. New road surface. D. Diversion route. Answers is B. Roadworks ahead. This warning sign means roadworks ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, be alert for workers and equipment, and follow any temporary traffic management signals or instructions. Question 76. What should you do when you approach a pelican crossing with a flashing amber light? A. Speed up to cross. B. Give way to pedestrians. C. Proceed if no vehicle ahead. D. Stop and wait for green. Answers is B. Give way to pedestrians. A flashing amber light at a pelican crossing means you must give way to any pedestrians on the crossing. If the crossing is clear, you may proceed without stopping. Question 77. What does this sign prohibit? A. No left turn. B. No U-turn. C. No entry. D. One-way street. Answers is B. No U-turn. This prohibitory sign means no. Drivers are prohibited from making a U-turn at the point where this sign is displayed and must continue in the permitted direction. Question 78. What must you do if you are driving and become drowsy? A. Open the window. B. Stop and rest immediately. C. Turn up the radio volume. D. Drink strong coffee. Answers is B. Stop and rest immediately. Drowsiness significantly impairs your driving ability. If you feel drowsy, you must stop as soon as it is safe to do so, rest, or take a break. Driving while tired is extremely dangerous and can lead to serious accidents. Question 79. What does this sign indicate about the road's edges? A. Wide hard shoulder. B. Dangerous hard shoulder. C. Lay-by ahead. D. Emergency stop lane. Answers is B. Dangerous hard shoulder. This warning sign indicates a dangerous hard shoulder. It means the hard shoulder may be soft, uneven, or otherwise unsafe for use, and you should avoid pulling onto it if possible. Question 80. What is the minimum legal tread depth for car tires in the A. 10 m, B. 16 m, C. 20 m, D. 30 m? Answers is B. 16 m. The minimum legal tread depth for car tires in the is 1.6 m across the central 3/4 of the tread and around the entire circumference. Driving with less can result in a fine and penalty points. Question 81. What does this sign warn about at a level crossing? A. Single track crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. No trains running. D. Crossing with barriers. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. You should be especially cautious, as more than one train may pass, and you should always wait for barriers to fully open and lights to go out before crossing. Question 82. Why should you use parking brakes when parked on a hill? A. To keep the car level. B. To prevent rolling away. C. To save fuel. D. To reduce tire wear. Answers is B. To prevent rolling away. Using the parking brake handbrake when parked on a hill, along with putting the car in gear and turning the wheels towards the curb uphill or away downhill, prevents the vehicle from rolling away, ensuring safety. Question 83. What does this information sign convey about lanes? A. Lane closure. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Speed limits per lane. D. End of multiple lanes. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. This information sign indicates of movement in lanes. It uses arrows to show which movements straight, left, right are permitted from each specific lane at an upcoming junction. Question 84. When is it legal to use a mobile phone while driving? A. When stopped at traffic lights. B. Only when safely parked. C. In hands-free mode. D. To make emergency calls. Answers is B. Only when safely parked. It is illegal to use a mobile phone or similar device while driving or supervising a learner driver. The only exception is in a genuine emergency when it's unsafe or impractical to stop. Hands-free use is permitted, but it can still be a distraction. Question 85. What does this sign mean at a junction? A. Pass left only. B. Pass obstacle either side. C. No through road. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Pass obstacle either side. This mandatory sign means pass obstacle on either side. Drivers can choose to pass the obstacle E, G, a traffic island on either the left or the right side, as by the arrows. Question 86. How can you reduce your carbon footprint when driving? A. Drive at high speeds. B. Plan routes and drive smoothly. C. Avoid servicing your vehicle. D. Use lower gear at high speed. Answers is B. Plan routes and drive smoothly. To reduce your carbon footprint, plan your journeys to avoid unnecessary mileage, drive smoothly to minimize harsh acceleration and braking, keep your tires correctly inflated, and ensure your vehicle is regularly. Question 87. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. Ahead. B. Hump or speed hump. C. Uneven road. D. Bridge ahead. Answers is B. Hump or speed hump. This warning sign indicates a hump or speed hump ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed significantly to avoid discomfort or damage to their vehicle when going over it. Question 88. What should you do if your braking system ABS warning light comes on while driving? A. Continue driving normally. B. Get it checked by a mechanic. C. Brake more firmly. D. Switch off the engine. Answers is B. Get it checked by a mechanic. If the ABS warning light illuminates, it indicates a fault with the system. While your normal brakes should still work, the ABS function might not. You should get it checked by a qualified mechanic as soon as possible for safety. Question 89. What does this sign indicate about road users? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Cyclists. C. Cycle lane ahead. D. Children crossing. Answers is B. Cyclists. This warning sign means cyclists the road. You should be extra vigilant, reduce speed, and be prepared for cyclists to appear suddenly from a junction, track, or entrance. Question 90. What should you do if your steering suddenly feels light while driving? A. Accelerate to gain control. B. Ease off the accelerator gently. C. Steer sharply to one side. D. Brake hard immediately. Answers is B. Ease off the accelerator gently. Light steering can indicate aquaplaning tires losing grip on water. Ease off the accelerator gently, hold the steering wheel straight, and avoid sudden braking or steering until grip is regained. Question 91. What does this sign indicate about the upcoming road section? A. Single sharp bend. B. Series of curves first right. C. Hairpin bend to the right. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is B. Series of curves first right. This warning sign indicates a series of dangerous curves first to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for multiple changes in direction. Question 92. What is the primary danger of driving too close to the vehicle in front? A. It uses more fuel. B. Not enough stopping distance. C. It makes others nervous. D. It causes tire wear. Answers is B. Not enough stopping distance. Driving too close tailgating significantly reduces your reaction time and stopping distance, increasing the risk of a collision if the vehicle in front brakes suddenly. Question 93. What does this sign indicate about traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic. B. Exit onto one-way road right. C. Right turn only. D. No right turn. Answers is B. Exit onto one-way road right. This information sign warns that you are approaching an exit onto a one-way road where traffic flows to the right. You should be prepared to join this traffic flow. Question 94. What should you do if your indicators stop working? A. Use your hazard lights. B. Use arm signals instead. C. Continue driving normally. D. Drive slowly home. Answers is B. Use arm signals instead. If your indicators fail, you must use arm signals to indicate your intentions to other road users. You should also arrange for the fault to be fixed as soon as possible, as working indicators are a legal requirement. Question 95. What does this warning sign indicate about loose material? A. New road surface. B. Loose gravel or stones. C. Ahead. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stones. This warning sign indicates loose gravel stone on the road. You should reduce your speed, drive carefully to avoid skidding, and be aware of stones potentially flicking up from other vehicles. Question 96. When are you allowed to park on double yellow lines? A. To drop off passengers. B. Only to pick up or set down disabled persons. C. At night after 6 p.m. D. Never under any circumstances. Answers is B. Only to pick up or set down disabled persons. Double yellow lines mean no waiting at any time. However, there are exceptions for blue badge holders who may stop for up to 3 hours to pick up or set down a disabled person, providing there are no loading bans. Question 97. What does this sign indicate about the road type? A. Motorway begins. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No entry for cycles. D. End of priority road. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This information sign indicates a road for motor vehicles. Only motor vehicles are permitted to use this road, typically excluding cyclists, pedestrians, and certain slow-moving vehicles. Question 98. What is the safest way to correct a skid? A. Brake hard and steer opposite. B. Steer into the skid gently. C. Accelerate out of it. D. Close your eyes and hope. Answers is B. Steer into the skid gently. To correct a skid, gently ease off the accelerator or clutch if manual and steer gently into the skid in the direction you want the front of the car to go. Avoid harsh braking. Question 99. What does this warning sign indicate about road conditions? A. Speed humps. B. Ahead. C. Uneven surface. D. Gravel road. Answers is B. Ahead. This warning sign indicates ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and drive with caution to avoid damage to their vehicle or loss of control due to the uneven road surface. Question 100. What should you do if your vehicle fires while driving? A. Continue driving to a garage. B. Pull over safely, switch off engine. C. Open the bonnet to investigate. D. Try to extinguish it immediately. Answers is B. Pull over safely, switch off engine. If your vehicle fires, pull over as soon as it is safe, switch off the engine, and get everyone out of the vehicle and away to a safe distance. Then call the emergency services 999. Do not open the bonnet if smoke or flames are visible. Question 101. What does this sign mean for motorcycles? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycle parking. D. Beware of motorcycles. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for motorcycles. Motorcyclists are not permitted to enter the road or area beyond this sign. Question 102. Why is it important to keep your windscreen clean and wipers in good condition? A. To improve aerodynamics. B. For clear vision and safety. C. To pass the MO test easily. D. To prevent stone chips. Answers is B. For clear vision and safety. A clean windscreen and effective wipers are essential for maintaining clear visibility in all weather conditions, which is crucial for identifying hazards and driving safely. Question 103. What does this sign indicate about vehicle access? A. Entry permitted. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Parking zone. D. One-way traffic. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for all vehicles, movement prohibited. No vehicles are permitted to proceed beyond this sign, often found at the end of a one-way street or a pedestrian zone. Question 104. What should you do if your brake pedal suddenly feels spongy? A. Pump the pedal quickly. B. Stop safely and get it checked. C. Continue driving with caution. D. Shift to a lower gear. Answers is B. Stop safely and get it checked. A spongy brake pedal indicates a potential problem with your braking system, possibly air in the lines or a fluid leak. You should stop as soon as it's safe and have the vehicle inspected by a qualified mechanic before driving further. Question 105. What does this sign warn about an upcoming curve? A. Curve right. B. Dangerous curve left. C. Series of curves. D. Road straightens. Answers is B. Dangerous curve left. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the left ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and be prepared to navigate the bend safely, anticipating any loss of visibility. Question 106. What is the recommended method for checking engine oil levels? A. When the engine is hot. B. When the engine is cold and level. C. Immediately after a long drive. D. Once a year. Answers is B. When the engine is cold and level. For an accurate reading, check the engine oil level when the engine is cold and the vehicle is on level ground. This allows the oil to drain back into the sump, giving a true reading on the dipstick. Question 107. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Motorway begins. B. End of road for motor vehicles. C. No motor vehicles. D. Shared path ahead. Answers is B. End of road for motor vehicles. This information sign indicates the end of road for motor vehicles. Beyond this point, restrictions may apply, and the road may become accessible to cyclists, pedestrians, or other vehicle types. Question 108. Why is it important to use correctly adjusted head restraints? A. To make driving more comfortable. B. To prevent whiplash. C. To support your head when tired. D. To help with rear visibility. Answers is B. To prevent whiplash. Correctly adjusted head restraints, the top of the restraint should be level with the top of your ears, are crucial for safety, as they help prevent whiplash to your neck and spine in the event of a collision. Question 109. What does this sign mean about vehicle dimensions? A. Vehicles with trailer must turn. B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. C. Trailer parking only. D. Heavy vehicles only. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. This prohibitory sign means no entry for vehicles with trailer. Vehicles towing a trailer are not permitted to proceed beyond this sign. Question 110. What should you do if you accidentally run over an animal while driving? A. Continue driving if it's small. B. Stop safely if it's a dog, sheep, goat, horse, or pig. C. Only stop for domestic pets. D. Report to local council only. Answers is B. Stop safely if it's a dog, sheep, goat, horse, or pig. If you hit certain animals, dogs, sheep, goats, horses, cattle, donkeys, mules, pigs, you must stop, report it to the police, and provide your details. For other animals like cats or wild animals, it's not legally required, but it's compassionate to stop if safe. Question 111. What does this sign indicate at a junction? A. Major road to the left. B. Minor road joins from right. C. Traffic merges from left. D. Roundabout exit right. Answers is B. Minor road joins from right. This warning sign indicates that a minor road adjoins on the right. Drivers should be aware of traffic potentially joining from the right and exercise caution. Question 112. When should you check the condition of your vehicle's exhaust system? A. Only if it rattles loudly. B. Regularly and if sounds change. C. Before a long journey only. D. Once a year with mow. Answers is B. Regularly and if sounds change. The exhaust system should be checked regularly, and if you notice any unusual noises, such as a louder exhaust note, rattling, or a smell of fumes inside the car, it could indicate a leak or damage, requiring immediate inspection. Question 113. What does this sign indicate about horn usage? A. Use horn if needed. B. No sounding of horn. C. Sound horn if overtaking. D. Emergency use only. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. This prohibitory sign means no sounding of horn. Drivers are prohibited from using their horn in this area unless there is an immediate danger and it's necessary to warn another road user. Question 114. What should you do before moving off from a parked position? A. Turn the wheel first. B. Check mirrors and blind spots. C. Signal then move. D. Just check the mirror. Answers is B. Check mirrors and blind spots. Before moving off, you must check all mirrors, look over your shoulder to check blind spots, and signal your intentions. This ensures you do not move into the path of another road user or pedestrian. Question 115. What does this sign indicate about the road structure? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Low headroom. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. This warning sign indicates a tunnel ahead. Drivers should prepare to switch on dipped headlights, remove sunglasses, and be aware of potential restrictions or changes in driving conditions within the tunnel. Question 116. What is the primary benefit of driving in a lower gear on a steep downhill slope? A. Faster descent. B. Engine braking and less brake wear. C. Improved steering control. D. Fuel consumption. Answers is B. Engine braking and less brake wear. Driving in a lower gear on a steep downhill uses engine braking, which helps to control your speed without on the foot brake. This prevents the brakes from overheating and becoming less effective brake fade. Question 117. What does this sign mean at a railway crossing? A. Far from crossing. B. Close to railway crossing 3 bars. C. Single track ahead. D. Stop line ahead. Answers is B. Close to railway crossing 3 bars. This sign is one of A series indicating the approach to railway crossing. 3 stripes signify you are closest to the crossing. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop. Question 118. How can you help prevent road rage in yourself and others? A. Respond to aggressive drivers. B. Be patient and considerate. C. Drive faster to avoid others. D. Use your horn frequently. Answers is B. Be patient and considerate. To avoid road rage, maintain a calm attitude, be patient with other road users, avoid aggressive driving behaviors, and give other drivers space. If confronted, avoid escalating the situation. Question 119. What does this information sign indicate? A. Minimum speed limit. B. Recommended speed 50. C. Maximum speed limit. D. Speed camera ahead. Answers is B. Recommended speed 50. This information sign indicates a recommended speed of 50. It suggests a suitable speed for the road conditions, but it is not a mandatory limit. You should still adjust your speed to conditions. Question 120. What is the correct way to hold the steering wheel? A. With one hand on top. B. Both hands at 10 to 2 or quarter to 3. C. With fingers only. D. Resting your arm on the window. Answers is B. Both hands at 10 to 2 or quarter to 3. For maximum control and safety, hold the steering wheel with both hands, either in the 10 to 2 or quarter to 3 position. This provides better leverage and control in. Question 121. What does this sign indicate about road conditions? A. Road closed due to wind. B. Side wind ahead. C. Wind farm area. D. Heavy rain zone. Answers is B. Side wind ahead. This warning sign indicates side wind ahead. Drivers should grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared for strong gusts that could affect vehicle stability. especially after passing gaps in buildings or trees. Question 122. What is the purpose of an in-A vehicle? A. To alert emergency services. B. To prevent the engine from starting. C. To lock the doors automatically. D. To track the vehicle's location. Answers is B. To prevent the engine from starting, and is an electronic security device fitted to a vehicle that prevents the engine from running unless the correct key or transponder is present, making it much harder for thieves to steal the vehicle. Question 123. What does this sign indicate for public transport? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Road with a public transport lane. C. Public transport parking. D. No public transport. Answers is B. Road with a public transport lane. This information sign indicates a road with a lane for public transport vehicles. This lane is typically reserved for buses, coaches, and sometimes taxis, and other traffic should not use it unless permitted by signs or road markings. Question 124. What should you do if you are involved in an accident and there is an obstruction on the road? A. Remove it immediately. B. Warn other road users. C. Wait for police to remove. D. Leave it and move your car. Answers is B. Warn other road users. If there is an obstruction on the road due to an accident, you should make sure to warn other road users. G. Using hazard lights, warning triangle to prevent further collisions, and only move it if it's safe to do so. Question 125. What does this sign mean for upcoming traffic? A. Road closure. B. Traffic congestion ahead. C. Roadworks. D. Lane ends. Answers is B. Traffic congestion ahead. This warning sign indicates traffic congestion ahead. Drivers should anticipate delays, reduce speed, and be prepared for stop-start traffic or potential diversions. Question 126. What is the correct procedure for driving through a ford? A. Drive through at speed. B. Drive slowly in a low gear. C. Avoid it if possible. D. Turn back immediately. Answers is B. Drive slowly in a low gear. When driving through a ford, a shallow river crossing, drive slowly in a low gear to avoid creating a bow wave that could flood your engine or electrical system. Test your brakes afterwards. Question 127. What does this sign indicate about road direction? A. Turn left or right. B. Proceed straight or right. C. No straight ahead. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. Proceed straight or right. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers can either proceed straight or turn right, in the permitted directions of travel at an upcoming junction. Question 128. When are you allowed to cross a solid white line in the middle of the road? A. To overtake a slow vehicle. B. To pass a stationary obstruction. C. To enter a side road. D. When traffic is light. Answers is B. To pass a stationary obstruction. You must not cross a solid white line unless it is unsafe to stay in your lane, or you need to pass a stationary obstruction, or to enter premises adjoining the road. Question 129. What does this sign indicate for specific lanes? A. All lanes straight. B. Direction of movement in lane. C. Lane closure ahead. D. Merge left. Answers is B, direction of movement in lane. This information sign the direction of movement in lane. It shows the permissible turns or straight-ahead movement for traffic using that particular lane at an intersection. Question 130. What should you do if you break down in a tunnel? A. Get out and walk for help. B. Turn on hazards, get help via phone. C. Try to push your car out. D. Wait inside your vehicle. Answers is B. Turn on hazards, get help via phone. In a tunnel, switch on your hazard warning lights, switch off the engine and exit your vehicle. Use an emergency telephone to contact the control room for assistance. Do not attempt to repair the vehicle or walk away. Question 131. What does this sign indicate about the road surface? A. Road ends. B. Change of road surface. C. New tarmac ahead. D. Slippery road. Answers is B, change of road surface. This warning sign indicates change of road surface ahead. Drivers should be aware that the grip and handling characteristics of their vehicle may change, requiring increased caution and speed. Question 132. Why is it important to switch off your engine if you're waiting at a level crossing for a long time? A. To save battery. B. To reduce emissions and save fuel. C. To avoid engine overheating. D. To be more alert. Answers is B, to reduce emissions and save fuel. Switching off your engine when waiting for extended periods, such as at a level crossing, helps to reduce harmful emissions and save fuel. This is part of eco-driving practices. Question 133. What does this sign mean for larger vehicles? A. Goods vehicles only. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Parking for. D. Maximum weight limit. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for goods vehicles. Vehicles designed to carry goods beyond a certain weight, usually 3.5 tons, though sometimes with a weight plate, are prohibited. Question 134. What is the purpose of rumble strips on the road? A. To slow traffic quickly. B. To alert drivers to hazards. C. To define parking areas. D. To melt ice on the road. Answers is B, to alert drivers to hazards. Rumble strips are raised or grooved patterns on the road surface, designed to create noise and vibration when driven over, alerting drivers to a change in road conditions, an upcoming hazard, or the edge of the carriageway. Question 135. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Airport runway ahead. B. Low-flying aircraft. C. No-fly zone. D. Emergency landing strip. Answers is B. Low-flying aircraft. This warning sign indicates low-flying aircraft ahead, usually found near airfields. Drivers should be aware of sudden loud noises that could be startling and try to remain focused on the road. Question 136. Why is it dangerous to drive on tires that are A. They cause steering to be light. B. They can overheat and burst. C. They improve fuel economy. D. They shorten braking distance. Answers is B. They can overheat and burst. Tires generate more friction and heat, which can lead to rapid tire wear, grip, poor handling, increased fuel consumption, and a higher risk of a blowout, especially at high speeds. Question 137. What does this sign mean for traffic joining a road? A. Lane closure right. B. Junction with additional lane on right. C. New motorway lane. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. Junction with additional lane on right. This information sign indicates a junction with an additional lane on the right. Traffic from the right will merge into a new lane, meaning you do not have to give way to them, but should be aware of their presence. Question 138. What should you do if your vision is obscured by spray from other vehicles on a wet motorway? A. Turn on your full beam. B. Slow down and increase gap. C. Drive close to the vehicle ahead. D. Signal and change lanes. Answers is B. Slow down and increase gap. If spray reduces your visibility, slow down, increase your following distance, and use your dipped headlights. Do not use full beam as it will reflect off the spray and worsen visibility. Question 139. What does this sign indicate about priority at a junction? A. Minor road continues straight. B. Direction of the priority road. C. All roads have equal priority. D. No priority given. Answers is B. Direction of the priority road. This additional information plate is used with give way or stop signs to show the direction of the priority road. It helps drivers understand who has priority at complex junctions. Question 140. What should you do if you miss your motorway exit? A. Reverse on the hard shoulder. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn at the next bridge. D. Stop and ask for directions. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. It is illegal and extremely dangerous to reverse on a motorway or use emergency areas to turn around. You must continue to the next exit and find an alternative route, even if it adds time to your journey. Question 141. What does this warning sign indicate about falling objects? A. Loose gravel ahead. B. Falling rocks from side. C. Bridge under construction. D. Uneven road surface. Answers is B. Falling rocks from side. This warning sign indicates falling rocks or debris from the side of the road. You should be vigilant for hazards on the carriageway and avoid stopping in areas prone to rockfalls, especially after heavy rain. Question 142. What does dry steering mean and why should you avoid it? A. Steering without power assistance. B. Turning wheels while stationary damages tires. C. Steering with dry hands only. D. Steering sharply at high speed. Answers is B. Turning wheels while stationary damages tires. Dry steering is turning the steering wheel while the vehicle is stationary. It causes excessive wear on your tires and can put strain on the power steering system. It's best to move the vehicle slightly before steering. Question 143. What does this sign typically indicate regarding turning? A. Straight ahead only. B. Turn right or left. C. No U-turn. D. One-way traffic. Answers is B. Turn right or left. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers can turn right or left at the junction or point where it is displayed. It prohibits going straight ahead. Question 144. What should you do if your hazard warning lights suddenly come on while driving? A. Ignore them and continue. B. Pull over safely to investigate. C. Drive to the nearest garage. D. Assume it's a minor fault. Answers is B. Pull over safely to investigate. If your hazard warning lights come on unexpectedly, It could indicate an electrical fault. You should pull over to a safe place as soon as possible, investigate the cause and rectify it or seek assistance. Question 145. What does this service sign indicate to drivers? A. Hospital ahead. B. First aid post. C. Police station. D. Accident. Answers is B. First aid post. This service sign indicates a first aid post nearby. This is a location where immediate medical assistance can be sought in case of an injury or emergency. Question 146. What does a line on the approach to a pedestrian crossing mean? A. Parking allowed for short periods. B. No stopping or parking at any time. C. Loading and unloading only. D. Overtaking prohibited. Answers is B. No stopping or parking at any time. White lines mark the area on the approach to and exit from a pedestrian crossing. You must not park or stop on these lines for any reason, including picking up or dropping off passengers, as it obstructs views. Question 147. What does this sign indicate about the road's layout? A. Road narrows left. B. Road narrows on the right. C. New lane on right. D. Hard shoulder ends. Answers is B. Road narrows on the right. This warning sign indicates that the road narrows on the right. Drivers should be aware that the lane or side of the carriageway will soon become narrower, potentially requiring merging. Question 148. Why should you allow extra room when passing a cyclist? A. They might swerve to the right. B. They might swerve or be affected by wind. C. They take up more space. D. It's a legal requirement to give 2 meters. Answers is B. They might swerve or be affected by wind. Cyclists can be unstable due to uneven road surfaces, wind, or having to avoid, giving them plenty of room, at least 5 meters in slow speeds. More at high speeds is crucial for their safety. Question 149. What does this sign mean for vehicles turning? A. Tractors only. B. No entry for tractors. C. Farm machinery ahead. D. Tractor parking. Answers is B. No entry for tractors. This prohibitory sign means no entry for tractors. Agricultural tractors and similar slow-moving vehicles are prohibited from entering the road or area beyond this sign. Question 150. What is the primary purpose of a safe system approach to road safety? A. To punish drivers more severely. B. To reduce fatal and serious. C. To speed up traffic flow. D. To promote public transport. Answers is B. To reduce fatal and serious. The safe system approach, also known as Vision Zero, aims to eliminate fatal and serious road by recognizing that humans make mistakes and designing a road system that is forgiving and protects all road users.